I'm waiting. Upcoming. Alrighty. I think we're on. Welcome back. Less dramatic of a test this time. I was all jazzed up for this new setting. Where are my headphones? Uh-oh. I will be back. Yeah. One sec. Yeah, I was all jazzed up for this new setting. And turns out, looks like it's not, the encoder doesn't work on Apple silicone. This is an M1 Pro. So it's which is, it was the new chip, but still OBS, and these guys haven't caught up to it. One sec. Headphones are upstairs. Back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, turns out that the encoder I wanted to use is not compatible, it says. But the thing, so I didn't really have to do this. The only real difference here versus the last live stream is slightly different bit rate. And yeah, so that's the only difference. So it's not really much of a test, but basically I already had the thing set up, because to get the live stream thing going, I need to like turn my whole television around so that I'm able to use the tray on the back of the TV for the computer. So because of that, I already had it all the way turned around, which takes some, I'm lifting up like and rotating the television around. So yeah, because I already had that done, I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna live stream anyways. Maybe the different bit rate will make somewhat of a difference. Who knows? But regardless, as I said, less dramatic of a change than I was wanting. It's weird. It's so weird to me that like Apple Silicone's been out for what, like 5 years now, and there's still a lot of software actually that's just not. I gotta just adjust myself here. One sec. Hopefully this isn't on television, or else this is NSFW type stuff. This is my launch into the OnlyFans world. Alright. So, anyways, sec, you. So, anyways, this is gonna be another just 45-minute easy spin, because it was just supposed to be a test, but looks like OBS didn't want to cooperate. So I just put it back at 264 for the encoder. We on? Okay. I can't see my Zwift. That's a problem, huh? You on? Yeah, okay. That's dramatic of a live stream, or like not really much of a change. See what it looks like in a second here. It's not cooperating this morning. I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can update OBS. Maybe there's some thing that I need to do that makes it more compatible with the newer Macs. It's like, give me a break. It's been out for 5 years. Like, let's go, man. Anyways. But I already had the computer set up, so I was just like, whatever. I'll just live stream anyways, because I'm not gonna flip this whole thing around again. Not gonna do that. So, whatever. And we had some good discussions on the last live stream on Monday, so I figured whatever. We'll just do it again. 45 minutes. Easy. On 220 for the whole thing. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna open the taps a little bit and see what happens. See what this is looking like. Yeah, it's fascinating. When I look at it on here, live, I don't see any stuttering. And then when it gets put to YouTube later, then it puts like a little jumping to it. Thanks, Henry. It's kind of weird, but anyways. I don't think anybody's going to be watching this back tonight anyways, since tonight's the night, as Dexter would say. Tonight's the night Mike comes out for a feeding. If he loses that fight, it's rigged. If he loses that fight, it's rigged. I don't care what people's, like, some people might say, Paul's a skilled fighter. It's Mike Tyson, guy. Like, a natural born killer. I don't care if he's 57 or whatever he is. See it on Netflix too, that'll be fun. Anyways. Alright. It's looking okay. Good, so I'll close that down. Put my music on. This is a banging song. Ooh, that's a little loud. It's good, but it's not that good. Anyways, yeah, so you want to chat, leave something in the chat. I could talk at this intensity, is not a problem. But as I said, this is just 45 minutes, zone 2, and just testing slightly different setting, I guess. Only difference from the last time is just the bit rate. Turned it down just a bit to 9,000. We'll see. It's Jarvis Island. Oh, it's not that busy today. Yesterday was 14,500 on. Today it's 7,300. So I guess the new, you know, it's like the New Year's people. You know, they go to the gym. Jan 1st, new course came out, everyone's on. 2 days later, they're all gone. Only the real people are left. Because it was packed. I hated it. It's like, what is with all these people on the road? Get out of my way. Like, holy moly. In other news, I was going to get new lactate strips for lactate testing, obviously. The exchange rate is so bad right now. It would make it that it's $3 a strip. It's like, and that's not even with tax or shipping. So it's probably going to be like $4 a strip. Holy moly. Very beginning of the ride, because for me, once I start pedaling, I will stop pedaling when the ride is over. I am not stopping pedaling halfway. If you gotta pee, you pee in your pants. I don't care. I'm not stopping pedaling. You know, like, the house can be on fire. Don't care. Basement's a good place, right? Smoke rises. I should be able to, you know, get out at least, you know, sometime before the flames start licking at my toe, licking at my heels. But yeah, once that power starts going, we ain't stopping until it's done. For any reason. Point of the story is even though it was like 5 minutes into the ride, it was a 75-minute ride, just like what I felt was LT1. And it was like, there was no bonkiness. Just kind of like, even though like I was already at that point 3.5 hours into the workout, like having done like a 7K walk pretty fast before, and then an hour of weightlifting, and then an hour of boxing at a pretty high intensity, and then got onto the bike, and all the meanwhile had just one bottle of Gatorade and still was okay. So to me, that's kind of a sign that it's like LT1's not far off 250, but being conservative, you know, because who knows if that went to 2 hours, 2.5, what would have happened. But so being conservative, maybe 240. And then LT2, the interesting thing right now, what's going on here? Just need to have an out of saddle break. Just give the nerves some time to relax. Just tell it like, it's alright, guy. Don't worry. But that was pretty good. That was an 11.5-minute stretch before I started feeling it. So, in the saddle, I mean. That's good. I should have had the arrow on for that one. Noob move. I'm not paying attention enough. Anyway, so what was I saying? LT2 is an interesting one in that, for me, like exactly what I just did, having to get out of the saddle a bit, just to give the nerve a little bit of a breather. It's like, could I do 20 minutes flat out in the saddle the whole time? Not really. So if I was doing a 20-minute test, I'm gonna have to break it up a bit and do like what I've been normally doing during workouts is around 2 minutes in the saddle during harder workouts. Steady, like thresholdy type effort. It's normally been like 2 minutes in the saddle, 30 seconds out. And so if I did that for a 20-minute, like when I'm out of the saddle, I'm actually not far off what I used to be for FTP. Like, I feel like if I could just stay out of the saddle and do 20 minutes like that, I feel like I wouldn't be that far off, say 350. But in the saddle, I'm definitely weaker than I was. And so, splitting the difference, it's maybe like, if I did that 2 minutes in, 30 seconds out, maybe it's, 330. So, FTP, like 310, 313, LT2 and that are different, but like, it's close enough. Something in that range without having to buy $4 strips. It's relatively close. But, anyway, so my goal will be by, say, April, May, to have FTP roughly 360, I think. Now, what can I do in the arrow position now? I'm not sure, because I haven't gone in the arrow position. I don't know if the nerve can take that right now, but at least out of the saddle based on kind of like just how much I've been gaining per week, per month. I think it's realistic. Obviously, the gains will start slowing, but interestingly, I haven't really saw that point yet where it starts slowing down week to week. It kind of just seems to be continuing to go up. Also, just like as my confidence goes up, that like, as I push down right now with my right, that like the right leg's not gonna, give out. And so every week just challenging kind of those upper limits of like mentally, where I think kind of that upper threshold to be. I'm talking pain threshold in this case. And so that means as those just keep getting pushed more and more, then what's going on here? Then what's it called? The number just keeps going up, and so I haven't really seen the point where it's slowing, which is good because there's definitely a long way to go. Especially if I'm gonna compete, then yeah, having here I say like 313 or something like that. You can't compete with That would be, you know, divide by 59, let's say. I don't know what that is, 5.2, 5.3. You can't compete with 5.2, 5.3 FTP. It's way too low. Especially just in the absolute power. Absolute power can't be 250 watts for 70.3. That's way too low. Now, 250 watts would get me a pretty decent speed. Probably 42 and a half, something like that. But coming with a swim deficit, 42 and a half ain't gonna put a dent into anybody. You need to be, with a swim deficit, able to ride 44 to 45 for the most part. And so 45, to get to 45k an hour, for me that's roughly 270 is around 44 for me, 275 roughly. And then to get an extra k an hour, you're talking closer to like pretty close to 5 watts per kilo, like not far off it, like depending on how good I am with my aerodynamics, how disciplined I am. I mean, I pushed 46.2k an hour on a hilly course, 20k course, like a really hilly one with cars and traffic. And if I'm remembering right, I was over 300 for sure. It was like 310, 315 in that range, something like that. Might have been more, maybe been 3. I think on the way back I was like 325 or something. But to get 45 on a flat course, because that was a hilly course, quite a hilly course. To get 45, it's probably more like 290, which means that's, you know, 85% to 90% in aero. Then, you know, FTP upright definitely can't be 313. You know, in aero it needs to be above that. So upright it needs to be well above that. So a long way to go is the point. But good progress overall. Week on week. Yeah. How do I change this? Give me watts per kg. There we go. Huh. Cool. I never knew if you clicked on the power symbol, it changes that to watts per kg instead of, well, just power. It's interesting. Ooh, it's way too long of a story for another 20 minutes to go, but to sum it up, I guess it's November 8th, 2022, tore my hamstring. And it was a really bad tear in a bad location. In a bad muscle that normally doesn't have good prognosis for return to sport. Basically, over the next 6 months or so, it spiraled downwards, got worse and worse, and I guarded it more and more and more. and then that turned into CRPS, and that turned into pudendal neuralgia, and now it's CRPS and pudendal neuralgia combo. And I'll talk about it another time, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Just I don't want to think about the leg, and so I'll do a video one other time when I'm not riding, if that's okay. But yeah, I'll stop thinking about it now. But we're back now in some capacity, getting stronger by the week. Today's just 45 minutes active recovery. Just spin out the legs. Tomorrow we'll open things up pretty good. If he does, it's fixed. So I don't want to take the bet. I'm not convinced it's not. So I'm not taking that bet. Tyson wants to win, he'll win. And if he's not been, if this isn't some charity match. 2-minute rounds, I think, is Tyson's favor, because I don't think he has the endurance to go a 3-minute round. What happens if I cook this? Oh, cool. Helicopter. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Look at that guy. That's a smart looking guy. Look at the bike. You know what's weird? I put the bike to blue and it always comes out as purple. Like I literally selected blue to go with that wicked uniform. Ooh, that's a nice one. I guess it's blue like on the, if you look at it from the side. Let's see what the side looks like. Side. Yeah, okay, so it's blue from the side. Well, that's stupid. So how do I make it look blue from where I'm looking from? Look at those Mavic shoes there. Mavic. Beautiful. Stupid. Why would it, like, who's gonna play the game on that? Nobody. Yeah, maybe. As I said, it's like Tyson is still like, you just see the way he just bobs and weaves and just throws just absolute vicious punches. My God. Like, it's just scary. Still, he's got such good burst to him. And like, he's always low. He's always down low, like squatted down low. So it's hard to get at, I think, too. And then if he comes inside, oh my God. If Paul lets him get to the inside, it's done. Like, I fear for his ribs, honestly, and his kidneys. It'll be an interesting first round. See what happens. Because I think Paul will come out swinging too, just from excitement. But if he opens himself up doing that, might not be good for him. I'd maybe try to just like hang back a bit, because Tyson is not gonna have any endurance. So just kind of rope-a-dope him a bit. That's what I would do. Just stay away from him as long as you can. Tie him up. You know, come out like 4th or 5th round, and then go to work. That's what I would do. Be fun. I'm excited. I had a good session hitting the speed bag this morning. I was rolling on it. 20 minutes straight, just ripping. And then yesterday was doing heavy bag and doing some. I don't hit heavy bag every single day. Some days it's just like kind of rolling quick punches, like straight punches. Do something like 3 times 500, 3 times 400, something like that. Just straight on speed. And then when I lift heavy, did lift arms, I'm not lifting heavy. When I do arms, then on those days, I'll do like heavy punches. Heavy for me. Yeah, 40 million, eh? Be nice. I love this new feature on the mini-map showing, or at least I didn't notice it before, but showing how much longer is left in your route. And like what's to come. It's really cool. But yeah, I gotta respect him, because I'd be scared to death. I think he should be. He's aggressive guy, for sure. Violent. Exactly. We're gonna have a triathlete boxing match. I don't think he's in my weight class, so at like 129 pounds. I don't think there's many in my weight class. So I don't think it'd be fair. But featherweight. Or what would that be? I guess featherweight. So we would be, yeah, featherweight. Featherweight or super featherweight, but I think it's just featherweight. Well, bantamweight's what I would have been when I was just running 118. I was normally 115 to 118, so would have been flyweight or bantamweight. Where would Lionel be? Lionel would be middleweight. So a little unfair. I wouldn't turn down the challenge though. If someone put 40 million bucks on it, that's for darn sure. I'll accept anything. I'll fight anyone for 40 million. I'll fight Tyson. Yeah, I might not be able to use the money really effectively, but I'd risk it. I'll just run away. I'll get in the ring and I'll just run circles. Get someone to throw in the towel before he gets to me. Be the quickest fight in history. I would just come out with the towel just around my shoulder. As soon as break from the middle, just It's funny, I actually remember this course, the Jarvis Island. I think I started Swifting in 2015. So I remember doing beta before that, like 2014 or so. So I think I kind of remember this a bit. I don't think it looked quite as, glitzy, like there wasn't, things floating around. But I kind of remember the circuit. Oh, and thank you. I'll talk more about it in another video. Like, I'll do like a more official thing telling my story. But yeah, it's, as you said, there's a lot of mental components to it, and especially when I'm doing something, it didn't happen, and so I just continue on as best I can, so I don't obsess over it like I used to. So I just put it out on my mind. But another time, we'll talk. Gotta do this rear brake today, finally. Cable's effed up. It's gonna be a fun one taking that cable up. I don't know what it's gonna look like in there. I haven't pulled the brakes in. I haven't pulled the brakes on this bike since September 8th, 2022. It was my last ride outside, so be interested to see what happens. What's going on with that cable. You see him slap him in the weigh-in. There's Mike's he's a crazy guy. What's his walkout song gonna be? I would do the one from The Hangover. Remember the scene with him in The Hangover? This is my favorite part right here. He's still got it. And then there will be Paul walking out with Juta. I tell you, some people got all the luck. Well, considering there's nowhere in a draft. Where was the Robo Pacer? Where? We're down the route. Why am I going back up here? I want to end on the uphill. Watch, what's going to happen is I'm going to get to 100. Level 100. And then they're going to introduce a bunch more levels. And I'm not going to get to enjoy it. They'll just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to 150 now. Oh, that's too bad. I just got to 100. I don't even actually know. It actually annoys me that I'm at 98. Because I've ridden double the distance and double the elevation gain of Lucy Charles. And she's at 100. So it's just like, what, did they just like give her level 100? Because she's like sponsored or whatever by them. Like, come on. It's nonsense. I say we race for it. See what happens on Zwift. But yeah, there's people I don't understand. There's people who have literally ridden and climbed half of what I have. And they're like a higher level or similar. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I've done like all the routes. All the challenges. I do pace partner rides a lot. I race. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. 6,200 people now. Dropping like a stone. This is great. This is like, as I said, it's like January 4th. Gym clears out and it's lovely. Only the real people remain. We're gonna get ripped. Let's go to the gym. I'm gonna do 70,000 like flies. And then they can't move the next day. I'm never going back there again. A stupid idea. I don't even feel it. It's nothing. And then the old DOMS kicks in. And that's the end of their career in the gym. Until next year. But they were locked in for 12 months. So they might show up once or twice again. Just take up a machine. Sit there texting on their phone. This is a banging song. What is this one? LSD Dance. I tell you, once I get all better, I'm gonna go to a rave. That must be a great time. This is like pure rave music. Like, psychedelic. Wow, the artist's name. I can't say it or else this thing will be banned. An interesting name. in other news, I was doing some calf raises the other day, and I was looking in the mirror, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked at it, and I'm like, holy moly, those are some spectacular calves. Because it's one of the exercises that I've been doing like all throughout, because I could still do them. And I looked at them and I'm like, maybe I start an OF for my calves. Who knows? Maybe that's, people are into that. I can make millions. It did cross my mind. Not gonna lie. All these people making easy money. Alright, we'll get to the bottom of the hill and then call it a day. And then, yeah, I think tomorrow's gonna be a good one. Hopefully. See what happens. Well, enjoy the fight tonight, Brett. We'll talk. We'll talk after. I'm rooting for Tyson hardcore. I want him to knock him out. Absolutely knock him out cold. Be fun. Ooh, listen to that. Oh, we gotta get back to that part, but turn the volume up. There we go. Oh, here we go. That was a disgusting, disgusting drop. Just get to 30K. Because I want to hear that again. Whew. Whew. Tell me this is in my playlist. Yeah, it already is. Okay. Oh, come on. It just stopped. Keep going with that. It did it once? Come on. That sucks. Blows. It only did that drop once throughout the entire song. It's like a 9-minute song. And it's like amazing for 30 seconds. And then like okay for the rest. It's frustrating. It means every time I listen to this, I just need to tell Siri to skip ahead to 6 minutes. Be in absolute bliss for 30 seconds. And then change. So we'll do a 30-second power test at some point with that on. Alrighty, well, it's been fun. This was an entertaining one for sure. In terms of the ride, workout, whatever. For sure. I can see this one going viral. 1,000,000 views on this video, 100%. Where's Miguel? Why would I? I'll drop him in 2 seconds, guys. Not good enough. Watch, he'll say 219 average just to annoy me. Alrighty. Look at this. Ah, you can't see it. This thing is... the cable's gonna be fun. So I'll disconnect it there. And then pull. See what happens. It's gonna be... this thing, like, just... I don't know what happened here. I bet you there's probably like, you know, ants coming through the frame or something. That's why it's messed up. It's probably an ant hill at some point along the way. Alrighty, so I need to go quickly because I need to get out of shorts quickly these days. But we'll do another one of these. I'm gonna figure out this encoder thing. Maybe I need to do some sort of an update because it hasn't caught up to Apple Silicon yet. So OBS, I mean. So I'll do some sort of an update, see if I can figure that out. What was I going to say? We'll do another one of these race at some point. Probably up the Alp, because as weird as it is, I think the Alp would actually be the easiest one because it's the least spiky in terms of the power. And so, yeah, we'll do that. And then maybe get into some workouts. We'll see. But anyways, until next time, thanks for tuning in. How much of a delay are we on? Let's see. I bet you I'm still riding in the stream. View channel. There. It's not bad. It's probably like 45 seconds. Alright. Catch you later.